DJ Akademiks just sent Joe Budden and the West Coast Crips a severe warning that things will end really badly for them if they don't stop now. Akademiks and many others believe that Joe Budden made a really big mistake when he decided to step in to Adin Ross's beef with the Crips from LA and Glasses Malone. Right around the same time that we all found out that Adin was beefing with the Crips, like when Glasses Malone, which is an OG Crip from Compton, he dropped a video letting Adin Ross know the Crips are on his tail because he's been disrespectful to Doechii. Now, Doechii ain't from LA, but she's linked with TDE.
I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy. I am. Sorry. Because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah. I didn't know at firt.
She was talking to Lil.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him.
Oh, no shit.
Because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bull.
Wild shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then there was some back and forth after she put the song out. And I like Glasses Malone saying what he said, and hopefully he meant it.
Will Joe Budden get locked up in 2026? If this becomes an official prediction market on Kalshi, I'm going all. I'm putting my entire savings on this. Obviously, yes, not just Joe Budden, but anybody threatening harm to Adin Ross is gonna get locked up. But this app is called Kalshi. Is an app where you could go and put money on predicting real-world events. It's a great hobby to have, but it's also a great way to make money. If you're somebody who have really great discernment, if you want to get on Kalshi, you could download the link in my bio or use code FLACO when you sign up. In actuality, Joe didn't really threaten Adin Ross per se, but just him co-signing the threats and saying he wished something bad happened to Adin Ross and he hopes the Crips make good on their promise. Yo, that right there is the reason why when you type in Joe Budden, Adin Ross, or Adin Ross and Crips, the headlines that pop up is Joe Budden and Glasses Malone threatening Adin Ross. So now Joe Budden has his name in his conflict. So Akademiks came on his live stream and he sent a warning to Joe and Glasses. And he says, listen, bro, like, Adin is not somebody that y'all can get a W on, right? Akademiks believe that whether it's Joe Budden, whether it's Glasses, that if they send somebody to Adin Ross, there's a good chance that person will come back in a body bag because Adin Ross is rolling around with actual police officers.
He end up on a T-shirt. He's rolling with cops. Let me tell you how me and him went to the NBA YoungBoy concert. And I told him to come light. He booked a private jet. He had 3 off-duty cops bring him from the private jet airport to the YoungBoy show. Call the arena. Yo, there's somebody that just landed at the airport. They're getting a police escort. Are y'all expecting this guy? They came to me. It's on stream. They said there's only 2 people that's ever landed at this damn private jet. They're spending wild amount of money. He's coming with mad police, and then he's coming with 8 security guards that are armed. So if y'all are saying y'all gonna do something to him, you do it. Don't tell somebody else to get their head knocked off. Because here's the thing too. I think gangsters keep thinking that they could just bully everybody else. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whoever Glasses is talking to, you're probably gonna get your head knocked off messing with Adin. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wherever you think you're gonna see him, if you see him in public, you're probably gonna get your head knocked off. So I'm not over here thinking like, oh my God, y'all are threatening Adin. No, I'm thinking, why the did you get online and say you're gonna do something to the guy who has a security detail of 12 people with 3 off-duty cops and gets police escort to everywhere? Now they're looking at, if you see Glasses Malone, and I hope y'all understand this, if they see Glasses Malone, the police officers with him, who's now saying, when I see you, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, they're calling the battalion, and if you do something, to blow your head off. What are you talking about?
Adin is like 25 years old, probably almost up 100 M's from the steak deal and the rain bed deal. Beefing with a 25-year-old kid with his ethnicity and his wealth status probably isn't the wisest decision, probably isn't the best use of your time. Because one, bro, it's like a rat chase. You're not going to find this dude, bro. And if you do find this dude, you're not going to have access to him, bro. Like, trying to do something to Adin Ross is like trying to do something to the police. You might as well just pack it up, bro. All right? It's not going to end well for you whatsoever. So Adin Ross actually called into DJ Akademiks' stream, and he actually addressed Glasses Malone and Joe Budden on Academic stream. Now, Adin still isn't really taking accountability. Adin still don't think that he did anything wrong whatsoever. I think it's up to the people around Adin Ross to let Adin Ross know, hey, bro, you did something wrong. Like, you were tripping, bro. Right? Like, you started with this girl first. Like, Adin Ross is trying to present this beef with Doechii as if it started at the diss track with Doechii. No, Adin Ross, you've been calling Doechii bees. You've been calling her out her name. You've been disrespectful to her a while back before Doechii even responded back to you.
I think he reverted to, I'm in protect black women mode when you spoke, and it's because there's this like inclination that they're like, well, this guy's racist, so let's change it because Joe and Doechii don't get along either. I don't know if you know. They're not like, but whatever you said about Doechii,
they're using siding with her. It's not even a side. They're using creating this hit piece against me because they're seeing how much, bro. It's all over Twitter. It's like so big. It's such a popular thing. Why don't these people stream her music?
I think Adin has lost the plot if Adin thinks that Joe Budden needs him for clout. Adin Ross is a big name. Adin Ross is huge. Adin Ross has an audience. He does his thing. But maybe it's because like us in hip hop, we kind of devalue our own and we don't really recognize our own for the superstars they are. So like we kind of see Adin Ross as like on like a higher scale than Joe Budden. No, that's not. No, like Joe Budden has been famous before Adin Ross. Joe Budden was a celebrity, a super. Joe Budden had a hit record. And then after having a hit record, Joe Budden has what, like a top 5, top 10 podcast in the world? So like, why would we devalue Joe to say, Joe is doing this for clout? Joe's not doing this for clout, bro. And to me, that's the go-to when it comes to Adin. I don't think Adin can really fathom or realize certain people have principles that they don't really like compromise. Certain people have integrity. Certain people have a set of code they live by that they really don't want to compromise. And they're not willing to negotiate with no matter what it was. We've seen Joe Budden burn a lot of relationships. We see Joe Budden like damn near lose a lot of deals, a lot of favor in the industry because Joe Budden has a set of standards and principles that he's not really willing to compromise or negotiate on. So to me, it's not about clout. I don't feel like Glasses Malone woke up one day and said, hey, I'm about to get clout from Adin Ross. No, I think Glasses really got love for Doechii, and he spoke up. And I think Joe, even though Joe and Doechii got their issues, I think Joe recognized, that Adin Ross comment on the internet and chastising Doechii and calling her all type of dirties and B's and the S words, that's wrong, right? Because, at what point do the harassment stop? Like, at what point do we say, you've been harassing this woman with no type of response? When do it stop? I don't even think that Doechii song was about Adin Ross, to be honest. I think Adin Ross took the opportunity to use that song to go off on Doechii.
If it's someone else that says it, and even Glasses Malone said the same thing. He was like, "Oh well, Ak is black." So if Ak said it's cool, no, like it's not that Adin, like they were making it seem like you're unfairly or you're just randomly attacking.
Well, I just think they've never seen me come out like Wendy Ortiz or Pokimane or I say that.
They're not gonna.
Act, you have act. I say the same words. I called the people I just named dirty bitch before. It's not just I'm only calling Doechii a dirty bitch because she's black. They don't see that clip. You're involved in the streaming world, so you see when I come at all these people. You get it.
I know.
They don't see.
I know.
Yeah. And I don't only call the black women dirty bitch. I call the women that are dirty bitch. It's not. I don't look at skin and I don't look at color. I don't look at any of that bullshit because I'm gonna give it a buck, bro. 2026, and I believe that like right now we're like this is the truth, bro. Like everybody is so divided, and everybody makes everything about a background or race or religion. It's like everybody's just so separated, and I don't know, bro. It sucks, and it's funny because I can't speak on this because then the Jewish man's talking about this. Like, but I get it. So I completely understand where the people are. Now, what I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening with gang members is just so corny to me. Like, it really is corny. These are grown men that are grandfathers.
I didn't like that. And by the way, here's the thing. What I said to Glass, and I said it to you. I said, listen, you guys missed an opportunity to bridge some. Again, I agree with Adin responding and defending himself because a lot of times when they get mad at me, they're like, "Well, why did you say this to so and so?" When somebody goes 5%, I go 500%.
Ak has a lot going on, so I don't even think Ak is like too tapped in or really know exactly like when this Adin Ross and Doechii thing started. I think Ak is just going off of Adin Ross's word that this thing started right now. It didn't, bro. Yo, if Doechii would have started antagonizing Adin Ross first online, if Doechii would have been calling Adin Ross out of his name and Adin Ross decided to respond back, then that's perfectly fine. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that, right? Like this painting, like, yo, Adin Ross is trying to paint like Glasses and others who got a problem with this as if they're like Neanderthals, right? As if it's like they're taking this like stance of, hey, Doechii can say whatever she wants, but Adin can. No, they're saying, bro, you've been online for a year straight harassing this woman with no response. She dropped a song, never said your name. You then, after a year of harassing this woman, calling her out of her name, calling her bees and dirty bees and all type of things, she then drops a song and never mentions you whatsoever. She says something that probably applies to 1,000 other content creators. You then take that and then use that as a reason to extend your year-long harassment. That's not cool. And with Adin Ross kind of being dishonest about the conversation or being dishonest about exactly where this beef began or how it started, shows me that Adin knows he's doing something wrong. Because somebody who don't have a guilty conscience don't really feel a need to lie or misrepresent where the beginning of this takes place, right? Yo, like if you are somebody who is confident in your position and your stance, you wouldn't need to lie or misrepresent the series of events, right? Like you'll be able to tell the full series of events exactly how it happens, confident that your actions is 100% justified. The fact that you have to misrepresent a series of events tells me you're not confident that your actions can be justified based on what exactly happened over the last year or so.
They never see the 5%. They're like, well, why'd you go 5%? So I agree and I defend you for defending yourself. But here's the thing. Everything you're telling me, what I know, which is, you kind of use the same language for all races. They're not going to use that. Nuance won't be really brought into. The only thing I would say to you is that, and this is the only part that you have to be cognizant about. There are sensitive groups that would think about, like, they're just sensitive of that. Like black people are sensitive.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. If the Glasses guy and Joe Budden's, why don't they, if they really love Doechii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a They're using this as a moment to clout chase off it, to create other moments, and to create clips. It's the truth. It's the truth. If they really gave a then how come they're not consistent with what they do, what they speak about, and what they preach? Straight up.
So it's interesting because Joe, like myself, kind of like put out the same thoughts that we kind of thought she was an industry plant. But
why aren't they not streaming her music then? Listen, if you have a big issue and you want to support, your people, that you with, why not stream their music? Why don't people talk about how much of a musician she is? Why? Because they understand that she's a musician and she's an industry plant and it's insecurity at the end of the day. She's even talking about it in a song with SZA. So we know it's true, right? We know it's true, and I'm not going to back down on that. And now when people want to threaten my life and stuff, I really wish they would, bro. I walk around 4 security guards. I'm about to upgrade to Mossad at this point with police. I really wish somebody's head will get one-tapped. I'm really I'm not here to attack anybody.
For Adin to say, I don't see color, and then the first thing he goes to is, I might upgrade to I can't say that word on YouTube. But for him to go to that, he understands his privilege, man. Like, he understands. Like, he fully understands the race dynamics at play here, and he's taking full advantage of it, bro. For him to even say, man, I wish y'all might pull up, man. I might upgrade my security to Like, come on. He understands what's going on. He understands the dynamics, bro. He's not a dumb kid. He understands exactly what he's doing. Now, I don't even think the issue here is race, though. I don't even feel like Adin Ross saying, yo, you are a dirty B. I don't feel like the issue here like is race. I think Glass is defending Doechii because she's a black woman. But the issue here is you've been attacking a woman for years. Now, I'm not somebody who's gonna like throw my life away for Doechii, because Doechii has stated time after time she don't like straight men. That straight men are the biggest red flag, that the world will be better without straight men. Those are her words. And I'm a straight man, all right? Despite what y'all say, okay? So just me knowing that she don't really rock with my type and my kind, I'm not really throwing my life away. But I can still identify, right, that that it'll be logically consistent here to say that Adin Ross is wrong, because Adin Ross has been targeting and harassing Doechii for years because he likes Drake. And that's the saddest part about this. He's doing this not because he has a personal beef with Doechii, but because he wants to be friends with Drake, or because he's friends with Drake, and Doechii is a part of TDE, and so because she's part of TDE and Kendrick used to be on TDE, so once you really break this down, you fully understand how stupid all of this is. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video, bro, and want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here to find out how more gay men have came forward accusing Will Smith of some pretty serious crimes. Right, I'm gonna see you guys in this video right here. If you want to support, liking and subscribing helps, but also sending a hype to these videos is how you expand and reach and really help me out, okay? So send a hype to this video, man, to push the algorithm, okay? I'm gonna see you guys in this Will Smith video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.